Hello and welcome to Sophie's English Podcast, your go-to podcast for learning real-world English in a fun and practical way. Whether you're on your commute, taking a walk, or just relaxing at home, we're here to help you build confidence and fluency in English, one step at a time. I'm Sophie, your guide on this learning journey. Each episode, we'll explore useful phrases, practical dialogues, and tips to help you sound natural and fluent in everyday conversations. So grab your headphones, get comfortable, and let's take your English to the next level, one step at a time. Hello, dear English learners. I'm truly happy that you've joined me today. Let me start by asking you a question. When you hear the word English, what comes to your mind? Do you immediately think of a long list of grammar rules? Do you picture complicated words that are hard to remember? Or do you sometimes feel frustrated, even a little afraid? If you feel this way, please know that you are not alone. Many learners around the world share the same experience. But here's the exciting part. What I'm about to share with you might completely change the way you feel about learning English. So I encourage you to listen carefully and keep an open mind. Let me begin with a simple but powerful truth. Everyone has the ability to understand English. And yes, everyone, including you, can speak English fluently. You may not believe it yet, but you are capable of expressing yourself clearly and confidently in English, and probably sooner than you think. I understand that many of you feel nervous when it's time to speak. You might pause, forget the right words, or stay silent because you are afraid of making mistakes. Maybe you've spent years studying English. You can understand it when you read or listen, but when you try to speak, your mind goes completely blank. I completely understand how that feels. I've also tried to learn other languages, and I know how difficult it can be to speak when you feel unsure. It's frustrating when you hear people speak quickly and you can't keep up with what they're saying. But here is what I want you to remember clearly. You don't have to struggle like this. You don't have to be afraid anymore. There is a better way to learn English, a way that feels simple, natural, and even enjoyable. Starting today, I want you to leave behind all the fear, the pressure to be perfect, and the stress of getting everything right. You don't need to memorize hundreds of grammar rules. You don't need to study endless vocabulary lists. And most importantly, you don't need to listen to that voice in your head saying, "I'm not good enough." In fact, the main reason most people don't speak English well isn't because they lack knowledge. It's because they are afraid. They fear making mistakes. They worry about being judged. They are scared of failing. Let me ask you this. How did you learn your first language, your mother tongue? Did you study grammar books when you were 2 years old? Did you memorize a list of 100 verbs before saying your first hello? Of course not. You learn by listening to others, by repeating what you heard, by making mistakes, and by trying again and again. That is exactly how you can learn English too, in a natural human way. So let's get started, step by step. Step 1. Begin by changing your mindset. Before you say even one word in English, you need to say something important to yourself. Say, "I can do this." If you believe English is too difficult, your brain will find reasons to avoid it. But if you start thinking, "English is interesting," or "English is becoming part of who I am," then your brain will become more open and ready to learn. Think of a baby learning to walk. That baby falls many times, maybe even dozens of times, but the baby never gives up. Eventually, walking becomes easy and natural. The same thing will happen with English. You will make mistakes, and that's perfectly fine. Mistakes are proof that you are learning and growing. Try saying these sentences with me out loud. English is becoming easier for me every day. I am learning step by step, and I'm improving all the time. I believe I can speak English confidently. Please never say, "My English is bad." Instead say, "I'm getting better every day." This small change in how you think can make a very big difference in your progress. Step 2. Bring English into your daily life. You don't need to live in an English-speaking country to speak fluently. You can create your own English environment, no matter where you are. Start with simple actions. For example, you can change the language on your phone to English. Try to think in English instead of translating from your native language. Talk to yourself in English. Yes, really, speak out loud. Put labels on items in your home with English words. Here's a simple routine. When you wake up in the morning, say this to yourself. Good morning. I feel fresh and ready for the day. I had a good night's sleep. I'm getting out of bed now. I will brush my teeth and wash my face. I think I'll have some tea and toast for breakfast. Today is going to be a productive and happy day. Imagine you're in the kitchen talking to your mom. Good morning, Mom. Good morning. Did you sleep well? Yes, I slept really well. What are you cooking today? I'm making eggs and toast. Would you like some? Yes, that sounds delicious. Can I help you with anything? Sure, please set the table. Your tea is almost ready. Later, when you go to the market, try saying this. Excuse me, do you have any fresh tomatoes? Yes, they're right over here. How many would you like? I'll take 2 kilos, please. How much does that cost? It's $2 per kilo, so $4 in total. Great. I also need some onions and a few lemons. No problem. That'll be $6 altogether. Here you go. Thank you very much. When you meet a friend, hi there, how have you been? I'm doing great. And how about you? I'm fine too. It's such a beautiful day today. Yes, it's perfect weather for a walk. Do you have any plans for later? Not really. I'm just relaxing. Would you like to go for a coffee? That sounds like a great idea. Let's go to our favorite cafe. Even on your way to work, you can practice. I'm heading to work now. The bus is running a little late today. I hope I'm not late for my morning meeting. Maybe I should review my notes while I wait. It's going to be a busy day, but I feel ready. Let's make the most of it. These small moments of English practice really add up. Over time, speaking will begin to feel as natural as breathing. Step 3. Focus on simple, useful sentences, not complex grammar rules. You don't need perfect grammar in order to speak English clearly. What you really need is the ability to express yourself and be understood. Think about how children learn. They don't begin with grammar textbooks. They start by listening, speaking, and slowly getting better with practice. Don't begin with something like, the present continuous tense is formed using the subject plus the verb to be and a verb ending in ing. Instead, begin with practical examples. I'm eating lunch now. She is going to the market this afternoon. They are playing football in the park. Listen to native speakers as much as you can. Copy what they say. Repeat the sentences out loud until they feel comfortable. When you hear a new phrase, don't just understand it. Try saying it aloud yourself. Always remember, your goal is not to study English. Your goal is to live it. Before we finish, let me leave you with this message. English is not just a school subject, it's a powerful tool for connection, exploration, and imagination. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. Be more concerned about staying silent. Speak English every day, even if it's just to yourself, especially if it's to yourself. Make English your friend, not a burden or task. You are capable of more than you think. I believe in you. Now let's say this together one more time. I can speak English. I am improving every day. Let's take this journey together. Thanks for watching. I hope today's episode gave you the confidence to use English in real-life situations. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming lessons. Keep going, keep speaking, and remember, every word you say brings you one step closer to fluency. See you in the next video.